Hello, it is 12:38 Newfoundland time, so 10:38 Ontario time in Ontario Tuesday, May 6th. Newfoundland time Wednesday, May 7th at 12:38 in the morning, essentially just after midnight. Doesn't matter. I shouldn't be awake right now and making this video as well as the one I'm going to make right after. However, there's a lot of things apparently I shouldn't be doing out here. This video is shaky, and I apologize. I'm holding the camera in my hand as I sit here. This video is to give awareness about me behind my awareness walk. Apparently, a person that absolutely has no sense of entitlement. I really don't. Past that, there are people that are entitled, in their opinion, to knowing what's going on with my walk. The way that I, set out to do it. Anyway, I'm walking across Canada raising raising awareness, not money, awareness for homelessness. This video is to make, to raise awareness as to Jason McComb being human, the guy that's doing the walk being human. I want to talk a little bit, I started off with, I am human. This is going to be all worse than most videos because it's all going to be blah 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 because that's all I do, evidently. I want to give some awareness as to what's going on with me behind the walk a little bit. Not everything, but I'm going to touch on some things. First and foremost, I'm human. I'm over 4,400 walking kilometers from home. I'm fucking scared at times, if that's okay with you, for various reasons. Anyway, what's the difference between a fundraiser and an awareness raiser? Well, Google Fund, Google Aware. This is an awareness raiser, not a fundraiser. Yes, there have been things set up for me to raise funds for things that I need while I'm out here. I did my best to get a loan before I left, and I was really optimistic about it. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I still have high hopes that that'll come through some way, somehow, while I'm out here. However, if it doesn't, it's just been made available to me. The new hats that I posted pictures of, I'm able to take orders for those, to sell those. I don't want anything for free. I've stressed that over and over and over again. I've had things provided for me, yes. I didn't ask for them. I have borrowed, and I've done my best to repay. I have been given. I don't know how I'm going to repay those things. I'm definitely going to show my gratitude for those things that have been given to me. I've been doing my best to show people my gratitude for it. A huge part of my gratitude is continuing doing this, and I've had various ways of showing my gratitude. I'm going to go on now about what's going on here. First, I want to talk about the benefits of awareness versus fundraising. I heard it said very well tonight about someone giving somebody a couple bucks for a sandwich. That's homeless. And what does that do for them? Oh, they got a sandwich while they're homeless. Good for you. I'm not out saying feed the homeless. That is important, yes. There's a bigger issue. Anyway, excuse me. Shelters aren't the answer either. They're part of the solution. A part of the solution. Inside the shelter there has to be services and programs. Anyway, that's not what this is about. I tried very hard to get a loan, yes. I'm very unprepared. I was very unprepared starting this, not just with the planning. The planning thing was pretty much intentional. I've already gone through that. If you don't understand that part of it, on the telegram.com or .ca, I'm not sure, St. John's Telegram, it's explained in there. It's explained in a lot of areas. So the planning part, that was intentional. The unprepared part was not. again, I tried to get a loan. Excuse me. First, I didn't think I was going to need to, and that is part of the reason that I'm unprepared. Again, I'm not entitled. I don't think I'm entitled. I don't want anybody to think I'm entitled. I know I'm not entitled, and I never want to be entitled to anything for free. Something just went flying out there. I don't know what it was, but anyway, yeah, I was told numerous times about numerous things by numerous people that this was being done, this had been done, this was being provided, this was in place and such, and for many reasons, no, it wasn't happening. Again, I'm not entitled, but I was offered these things, so I graciously accepted them. Graciously accepted the offers. For the most part, a lot of them didn't come through. I know in a couple instances, it was absolutely beyond control of a couple of the people, for various reasons. I don't hold any of it against anybody. I just, I have caution when listening to them in the future. But I was told this was being provided, this was going to be available. I'm still getting told that while I'm out here, and it's just not happening. But anyway, so I didn't, while I was under the impression that was happening, and relying, which I typically try not to do, rely on anybody for anything, I relied on these things, and they just weren't to come, they didn't come to be, and they weren't going to. So, yeah, I was without. That's happened many times since I've started Homeless Happens in many areas, but this time it was very detrimental because, well, whatever. But there were people that also did provide things that assisted me so far and still help provide things. Not entitled to those things, again. Anyway, moving on. There's still hope for the Lord. Yeah. I now have the hats available to offer. I don't ask people for things. I have gotten loans, yes. I have paid a couple of them back in various ways, and I'm going to do my best to repay everything. But yeah, the new hats are now available that I'm going to try to offer those, and I know that they're about homelessness, and some people don't want that. They say homeless happens up here, and they say on the brim, walking in the free world. Some people need to know why the title of that is called that. Unfortunately, assumptions take place in every area of life and took place today. Anyway, I'll be taking orders for those and providing those starting after I'm in Nova Scotia. I've got to arrange at home with somebody to deliver them. They're going to be delivered to St. Thomas. I just got to arrange with whom and make sure that they're delivered securely and stuff. Anyway, more often than not, I'm carrying 65 to 70 pounds on my back. I don't know if you know what the terrain out here in Newfoundland is like, the terrain, landscape, whatever, but it's all up and down and up and down. Carrying 65 to 75 pounds on my, I'm a little bit skinnier than I'd like to be. I'm down to 112 pounds, but whatever. Anyway, I already had a cold before I slept in the broken down, cluttered tool shed. It was packed with tools and stuff. There was only a little bit of room, but I was able to fit in there. I already had a cold before going in there, and that night it was a snowstorm. There was no door on this thing, so all it was shelter from getting wet from the rain and snow and everything else. It wasn't for warmth. I had a cold before I slept in there that night. It got a little worse the night after and progressed, and then the next, as I was walking, I think it was about 42 kilometers, I was walking in a snowstorm, and the RCMP pulled over, saved me from that, and I started getting really sick, and the next place I slept was in an abandoned van. I nearly froze in there. I was terrified I was going to freeze to death. Every noise that happened in the area woke me up. I was terrified. I'm in the middle of nowhere just after getting a warning of coyotes and wolves. I know they weren't getting into the van, but think about this. In the middle of nowhere, an abandoned van, sleeping in that, and it was freezing cold. I woke up in the morning. I was given 2 bologna sandwiches. some guy he knew I was sleeping in there, and he said, "You need to eat by," and I was already getting incredibly sick going into that. When I left that van, I made my way towards Gander. I became incredibly freaking sick. I'm human. This is going on, but whatever. My pain medication for my neck, my back, my hip, and my leg stopped suddenly. Dangerous to do. Anyway, I'll get back to reading this. Stop my pain meds for my spine, back, hip, and broken leg. The withdrawals from stopping this suddenly are incredibly dangerous, and they're incredibly difficult to go through. Was I addicted? I guess you could say that, or dependent. I wasn't abusing them. The sweats I was getting were incredibly confusing because I was getting them even when I was cold, and that confused me. So I would open up my jacket, and then I would be freezing but still sweating. Anyway, I already have a seizure disorder. One of the symptoms of stopping this medication, one of the dangers, is seizures. Vomiting, dehydration. Obviously, the pain came back intensely. There's more other troubling, some nasty symptoms and some of them include nervousness and anxiety. I'm already incredibly nervous out here. I'm already going through anxiety attacks. I've been suffering anxiety attacks a long time. I've already got anxiety from being so far from home, no idea where I am, where I'm going to go, what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to do, from day to day until I get to areas. There's some disgusting symptoms. They don't need to all be given. I go days without foods. Not days, a day and a half, whatever, without food. But I'm always carrying some kind of candy or an apple pie thing. They're 2 for $1.39. I always carry something like that, so I can eat something every day, and I'm not lying when I'm asked, because there are a number of people that are concerned and asked, have I eaten today? I'm not lying when I say yes, I've eaten, because I've eaten that, I've eaten the candy, the apple pie, something, whatever, something I was able to get. It's not a lie. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, it's not a lie. I forget where I was. I lost a piece of paper. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's been times where I don't have anywhere to sleep, but it's not a lie when I tell them, when they ask, do you have somewhere to sleep? And I say, yes, in this town, wherever I am, or yes, in Newfoundland, because that's where I'm sleeping. I know what they're perhaps getting at, but yeah, I've got somewhere to sleep. It's in Newfoundland. May not be in a house. It is tonight, fortunately. For me, unfortunately, for those that know that I'm not entitled to it, which I'm not entitled to. There's been a lot of miscommunication, excuse me, a lot of, a lack or a lot of miscommunication, as well as a few other tales that have been told to me of things that are going to be provided or stuff like that. That is, it's held me up in a few places, slowed me down. It's made me miss opportunities. I try not carrying the little money that I do get or do have from time to time for various reasons. One's been validated many times. I've lost a lot of it. I don't want to get into these things, but unfortunately, I've got to explain what's going on behind the scenes, make people aware of the awareness raiser. The terrain, the landscape out here, I'm not sure if you guys have been out here or know what it's like. You haven't truly experienced it until you've walked it. It'd be tough for anyone. Me, I have mobility issues. I don't want to get into that though. But that's slowing me down, yeah. I'm not moving as fast as people would ideally have me go. I'm stopping in places so I can raise awareness and speak to groups and speak to people. I'll stop and I'll talk for an hour if I have to a couple people. That's what I'm out here for. I don't care how long it takes. I'm out here raising awareness. Awareness makes people aware there's a problem. makes them aware of how big that problem is, what that problem consists of, and hopefully they talk to share that, and then people start working on a solution. That's why I'm out here. Anyway, in Ontario, I was able to cover up to, and sometimes more than 10 kilometers an hour. Here, it's been as low as 3.9 kilometers an hour. Some days I reach a community or an area, and it's still somewhat early in the day, and that's nice. But if I continue walking to the next one, I've still got time left in the day to walk, but if I continue to the next one, it's so far away that I'm stuck walking all night and late into the morning, sometimes early into the afternoon. And first, it's not safe, it's not healthy, many other things. So I do my best not to do it, because out here in Newfoundland, if you haven't seen it, Google Earth it, look at the satellite views of stuff, and see what's going on. See that it's just forest. There's no rest stops. There's no gas stations, no anything, just forest. It's a little scary when you're walking and a coyote's staring at you, or you're getting warned about it, and some of the noises are scary. No, I'm not a child, but I get nervous. Excuse me. For the first time since I started this walk, minus the 4 times that I put the pants on for the first time, I'm on my last pair of pants, but for the first time tonight, tomorrow, I'm gonna wear clean pants and clean shirt. The clean shirt, I've been fortunate that I only ran out of socks the other day, and I won't run out of underwear until probably, 2 or 3 days after I get into Cape Breton, and hopefully by then I can acquire socks and underwear again by then. Anyway, I'm not going into any more of it. I'm going through these things and a whole lot more, and if that's okay with you, I'm human, and that's what's slowing me down and not allowing me to move at the pace that you would have me.